All right, we should be live. We should be good. Hope the audio is good, folks. I just realized I didn't have the Gene may bump the microphone a bunch. um, Seen here, awesome. Thank you, Gene. I just realized I had the wrong thumbnail. I still had the last LDO Milo thumbnail on this. Gene. All right, folks, we're going to be working on the Doron Velta a little bit today. I wanted to get back to streaming a little bit. The office is clearly not set up for it. Carrie, welcome. We got Jose, Tor, Vinny, No Name, Jacob, That Guy Makes, Bryce in the house as of now. Thank you, folks, for being here. Good morning for the first stream from my desk in the new office. And yeah, this is the space we're going to be working from for the foreseeable future because the main studio needs work. But yeah, Gene baby. Let me go send a We Are Live announcement and then we can get down to it. Helpful, Gene. It's gonna be a shorter stream, just 2 hours today. Nathan, welcome. It looks like a desk with a cat on it. It does, which, shock and awe, is not uncommon. Error. I'm barely awake. I got not nearly enough sleep last night. Shock and awe on that one too. I forget where I was headed. Whatever. Go live announcement's been made. We can move forward. So, bright flash incoming because I'm going to switch to the Fusion window. So, Doron Velta. This is one of the projects we're going to be streaming, building here on the channel in this office. I want to work on a few smaller builds while it's easier in this space due to a lack of space. So this is one of the ones that is on the list specifically because I want this to be a showpiece in this space. I can give you folks a little bit of a quick concept idea here. This is my office and it's going to be my office. It's going to have like a cyberpunky aesthetic, more the corporate office type. So like think Blade Runner meets Cyberpunk 2077, Corpo meets Deus Ex games. So that's what this space is going to have. So with that in mind, like right back there in the corner where it's lit up with RGB right now, I want to have a Doron Velta in the corner. What's the price? I need this. There are kits now. Let me look real quick. I'm self-sourcing my build because I'm actually using like stuff I have, like leftover linear rails from projects that didn't get used and things like that. So Doron Velta, vz-hextrudort has already come out with kits though for this project. Let me grab it real quick here. Load. It looks like they're a little over $500. Steve, good morning. Steve, you're going live unboxing your production Magneto X today, yeah? That's what I saw the thumbnail was, right? I have mine here as well. It's just sitting in the studio waiting for me to be able to stream from there. So, good morning, folks. Getting a few more folks in here. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I just dropped in the chat a link to that is an affiliate link to the Doron Velta kit from vz-hextrudort. It looks like it's a little cheaper on Fabrico. Just drop that in there as well to get it from the stateside. So barely cheaper, like a few dollars. So yeah, it's not, for what it is, it's not a cheap build, but I don't know. I'm looking forward to building it. I think it's a really good looking machine and I think it's going to look really good back there in the corner of the studio. If it never gets used, it never gets used. Jake, welcome in. Sorry to hear all your troubles, but glad Glad you got. Oh, yep. Glad somebody just said something about this is why I made a Patreon. Yeah, it's a good reason. Which reminds me, I should go. I don't know if anybody. I would imagine everybody on here's on Discord, but I don't know for sure. I'm gonna drop a message in Discord because that's why I created the Discord, was to go live for go live announcements. Should probably. Hey, Steve coming in with the gifted subs. Thank you, Steve. Let me make this announcement. I need to set up an automation so when I go live, it automatically does this on Discord, but here we are. I also want to, for anybody who's not in my Discord, let me do an invite real quick. Grab an invite link. If you're not in my Discord, it has been created thanks to the one and only Nomad of the Positron team. I just dropped it in the chat. I'll pin that comment real quick. Let's see. Steve gifted 20 subs. Thank you, Steve. So we've got Justin Bowman, Grandpa Jode 3D, Palm XZs, Clyde Barrow, Yurley, Emin, Mike V, Light Runner, Tariq Bay, B, sorry if I mispronounced that, Phil Espa, Alex G, No Mercy Manufacturing, Mark Austin, Lapis Chan, Gray, Light Magus, and Liam Perry. Welcome as channel members. So good to be back to streaming. Yes, I'm glad to be back to streaming. So, all right. Oh, there's a very important cat cam at the moment. Very, very good, Gene. So anyway, yeah, we're going to be working on the Doron Velta. I might as well show you a few things real quick. So, before we go live, or before we dive into Fusion much, which we're 10 minutes in and we're not working on this yet, so we'll see how far we get today. I've got new 3D designs on my Patreon. So patreon.com/MandicReally. We've updated my can cup designs, or well, my barrel can cup. Adjust focus. So this is what we call the Tavern Tankard. This is the Tavern Tankard. It's a much updated design of my, what used to be my root beer barrel design. Here, Gene, do that. So got the little logo there, or well, the little emblem there, the nice bands with all the filigree detail on it right now, and a more nicer wood grain effect on it. This is currently available on my Patreon or on Thang's memberships. I'd like to bring it to YouTube members here on the Mandic Labs channel. I'm not sure how to release files to you folks, and only to you folks. Like if I put it on Google Drive, anybody could get the link. I have to figure that out. But I would like to present this to you folks as YouTube members as well, once I figure that out. If anybody has a good idea about how to do that, let me know. 3D printed centered cat butt. I should make one of those little like little tag things that dangles off her tail. And a new design again coming to Patreon and Thang's members and hopefully YouTube memberships. John, welcome. Another new one coming is the gargoyle. Wow, that is dark in this lighting. This is Galaxy Green PLA from Parchment. Integrated Discord, YouTube, and give member role and share those in the restricted channel. Good call. I have restricted roles on the Discord. Discord link is pinned, and I can do that. You're right. Good call. That's a good way to do it. So this one is coming very soon, maybe yet today. I just got to do marketing photos for this, I think. Members only stream with the links. That's a good call. So, but then I want members to be, I think Steve's pretty right. The Discord way might be the best way. This is the new gargoyle design. So looking to have a handful of Halloween designs. We haven't come up with the name 100% yet. Welcome Bryce 3D as a lab intern. Thank you for becoming a channel member. Iconic. Welcome in. So this is a obviously 3D printable gargoyle, and there's a separate base that you can print. I haven't put alignment pins on these yet. I would like to make it so you can just like align it perfectly every time you put it onto the base. So printable on this is actually printable on a V0 build volume, 120 by 120. Obviously you can scale it from there for whatever size you may want, but I wanted it to be able to fit on a V0 build volume. So there it is, and minimal support to print this as well. You can see underneath the chin there is a little bit on the chest and underneath the chin, and that's it. So worked a while on getting that to the point where it didn't require much support, but still looked cool. And yeah, we're gonna have a line of designs like this for Halloween. So look out for more of these soon. And if you have a name suggestion for these, I'm all ears. I forget what Ruby called them. Cryptid Creations or something like that. We're gonna have a whole line of similarly sized statues where like the bases will interchange and such, as I want to print some big ones for my yard for Halloween with wrong. Oh, it's gonna have to wait. Is that Prusa XL in the background? Yes, yes it is. No mic on that scene. Awesome, thank you. Let me change that real quick. Thank you for that, Thunder Keys. I just created this scene. So yes, the Prusa XL 5 head is here. Has as big of a forehead as I have. This is ready to get unboxed. I'm gonna do an unboxing video though. So yeah. I wanted to do an unboxing stream, but I don't have time right now. I need this machine up and running so I can get printing with it. So I'm just gonna do a quickie video here on this channel. Have I heard about the box turtle that's going to be a Clipper open source AMS? I've heard of a handful of Clipper open source AMSs, but I haven't kept up with any of them. I'm kind of waiting for it's one of those I think I'm waiting for development to like flesh out a little bit before I dive into any of that. Martin Ramirez, welcome. Kali, welcome. Just get a code. Yeah, so Prusa XL coming to the channel real soon. Unfortunately, not a stream. Closed beta right now, but honestly looking pretty solid. Cool. All right, let's get into let's talk about the hardware I'm going to be using on the Doron Velta, because I want you folks to give some input on this. So happy you're back. Thank you, Kitrol. I'm not 100% on the hardware. As I said, with the Doron Velta, I'm going to be doing a what I have build. So like I've got leftover linear rails from a 300 millimeter LDO kit. So those are going to be the linear rails for this. I did have to buy a handful of things like the Mandala Roseworks bed, but like extrusions, I've got piles of extrusions. You know, I've got SSRs. Jengus, I hope I didn't butcher that too bad. Excuse me, Jengus, thank you for becoming a channel member. I've got a UHP power supply. You know, I've got some LDO. I think I've got 0.8 degree motors I'm going to run on this. I can't remember what motors it calls for in the spec on the bomb, but I've got what I got, so I'm going to run what I've got. So 0.8 is probably not necessarily necessary on a Delta, but here we are. That's what I've got. So, and how's the HVAC blower working? So far, so good. I've actually got the window open right now. This microphone is pretty good at rejecting noise, so I can have the window open and it's okay. That's a fun fact I didn't mention in the video. If anybody's not familiar, my unusual join activity warning over on Discord, because a bunch of you joined the Discord. I put out a new video on YouTube yesterday on the Mandic Really channel. Copy, dropping a link into the channel so you can folks can watch it if you haven't already afterward. What I didn't mention in that video is we're in the Pacific Northwest. The heat wave has largely passed. I've actually had the air conditioning off for like 2 weeks now. Only using it like on a really hot day or when I need to close up the office for something. So I actually ran the AC for that video, but I didn't need to. I've had the windows open and it's been lovely. So seen it, liked it. Thank you. So back to what hardware we're going to be running with the Doron Velta. Okay. Don't blow raspberries into the microphone, Alan. Are you going to set up a work table in the office for when you work on live streams? Yes. So there's going to be a desk right behind me where the XL is right now. There's going to be another desk. It's going to be kind of annoying for me to work around. Nomad, welcome in. Shouldn't you be on a plane right now? Oh no, you said you're around Sunday still. So my PC's restarting. Yeah. Fair warning, my PC's been acting up, so I'm hoping it doesn't do that this morning. Really hoping. There will be a desk right behind me here in the office, and so that's why I'm going to be doing the Porsche XL unboxing as a video, not as a stream, because FlexiSpot sponsored the first sponsor on the Mandic Labs channel. FlexiSpot sponsored a video, and they sent over a desk for in here. So I'm gonna have a standing desk for a workbench, and yeah. So there will be a workbench in here for us to do streams. I'm not going to be trying to work here at this desk. We'll be back there with more of a real set up in here. This is going to be a secondary set when the studio is all done, but also just like a set for videos as well. So some hardware I know we're going to be running on the Doron Velta. Mello sent over this, which I didn't even know they were sending this. They just sent it along with something else, and I didn't know this product existed until they sent it. Giant fabric mat with your logo on it. That's not a bad idea, because that wall behind me there, that whole wall is going to be fabric, like my studio was, so I can have sound damping. This office, it's going to be. I am so pumped for where this office is headed. Unfortunately, it's also spiraled out of control because Ruby and I sat down and started designing it, and it's going to be really, really cool, and we're going really hardcore with it. I hope I'm not overselling it, but I think it's going to be really sick. But that wall is going to be fabric. So Mello sent this over. It's the Fly Mini Pad. This side is just a screen, so touchscreen interface. Small, like a 3.5-inch screen. This will be really good size for the Doron Velta, but it's actually a full SBC. So it is let's zoom in a little bit. It's a full SBC with, RAM. I don't know if it has eMMC. I don't think so. But I'll be able to run Clipper off of my screen. For the Doron Velta I'd much rather use the smaller one. Yeah. For the Doron Velta with the, this is the smaller compact nature of it. I'm really looking forward to. It doesn't have stepper drivers. This is purely an SBC, so this is going to run Clipper, but this will be the host. I'm sorry. Yeah, this will be the host controller for Clipper. This will be the host controller for the MCU. We're going to run. This is what I requested from Mello. And then they sent the fly pad with it, which I'm really happy that they did, because it's going to be perfect for that build. Oh my gosh. I hate when the anti-static bag is exactly the size of the thing that's inside of it. Then the board we're going to be running is... This lighting is not great for this. It's the new Micro. the Micro 4. I don't have a Pi handy right now, but it's smaller than a Pi. Like a Raspberry Pi is like this much bigger. So it's smaller than a Pi and just really compact board for the Delta or the Doron Velta. That's going to be pretty sick, I think. It actually has like the full GPIO pinout on the back of the board, which I'm going to need to take a picture of before I put it in because, you know, mellow and documentation. But, which actually was already proving to be a problem this morning. There's a bird screeching outside. I don't know if you folks can hear that. Positron scale. Yeah, I mean, the Positron has a specifically designed board, at least the LDO kit. I think I'm free to announce that at this point. We will be building a Positron in this office, because like I said, I want to do smaller projects in this office. We are going to get back to the LDO Milo in this space. I'm just going to deal with it and build it in this space. I want to get the Trident finished up, and I want to get the LDO Milo finished up. Jason really asked for that. So we're gonna get that done, and it's all gonna happen here in this space. We just got to do it. So I just realized this other light is on like way low wattage. Hold on a second. Hey, that's brighter. Okay, that's the second light I have set up is only at 20%, I just realized. What about making screen electronics housing kind of like the FL Sun screen vertical so you can show more info? Well, I don't like the separate screen thing. I've done it. I don't love it. Just join Discord. That guy makes. Thank you. I don't like the separate screen thing. I want it built into this. That's what I want to get diving into here in this CAD, but I'm having trouble already because Mellow, being Mellow, I'm having a hard time finding the CAD files for any of these parts. Let me pull it up here quick. Boop. So let's grab this screen. Boop. So here's the board we're running, the Micro, which it's $25. So that's sick. I'm gonna grab a link, drop it in the chat. So there's the SBC, the MCU. MCU we're going to be running on this project, the board. But like, Mellow, you're so bad about documentation. Like, you make great products, you're just terrible with your documentation. I don't understand it. Like, if they would just look at what Big Tree Tech does, it'd make life easier. Because the thing is, GitHub, open this over here. GitHub, Mellow. I can't find this board on their GitHub right now. It's available. It exists. They're selling it. They sent it to me. But like, it's not on their GitHub that I can find. So that's really annoying. Need to have dedicated wikis. Yeah. They have a dedicated wiki, but this is the problem with Mellow. They make great products, but the problem is, like Big Tree Tech, you go to their GitHub page, you have the manual for the product, the schematic, the technical drawing, the CAD files, some STLs for mounts and whatever, all of that in one repository. And then a company like Mellow will be like, well, here's the pinout and the an example config. And then, oh, you want the manual? Oh, well, go to the Team Gloomy website. Oh, go to this wiki page. Oh, go to our Discord. It's like they put things in a dozen different places and it drives me nuts. It's just, they make good stuff. They just need to look at what Big Tree Tech does with documentation and copy it. It's one of those things that drives me nuts in 3D printing where like Persia, you can't see it. The Prusa Mark IV is back there. The XL's right here. They just do things well. And all companies need to do to succeed is copy them. And I don't mean copy the hardware. That's the easy part. Copy the documentation. Copy the printer profiles. Like, you come out with a brand new 3D printer and all you have is a 0.2 millimeter layer height profile with a super generic PLA that only works on your one specific PLA. Meanwhile, I have the Prusa Mark IV, which has like 100 different filament profiles and like a 0.2 strength, a 0.2 speed, a 0.1 detail, like so many profiles, different nozzle size profiles. That's powerful. I loaded up fibrology for the video I did where I used the TPU to print vibration isolators in the Mark IV. They had a profile for that filament. It was so easy. We might be looking at no innovation with the lawsuit. Yeah. Did you try the Clipper.mellow website? Yes, I did. And the Clipper.mellow website, like, there's nothing here. I got pulled up quick. It's not that there's nothing here. It's here, and this is it. Their wiki is okay. Their wiki's getting a lot better. So let me open it up here. So like, here's the SPC, the screen we're going to be running for the host controller on this. Size info, CAN information. I don't see a CAD file here. Clipper docs. I click product details and it just reloads the same page. Nope. Size information. Still no 3D file. Oh, it's over here in a side thing. All right, cool. There's the CAD file anyway, for the step file for that. Awesome. I might as well show you folks something I do in Fusion. I abuse the hell out of Fusion's cloud storage. Let me move my face here. And over here to the left of me, they have a GitHub for this stuff. They have a GitHub, it's just not updated well. I think they're leaning too heavily into their wiki now. And like they're going different directions. Okay, so in my Fusion here, so I got 3D printer builds, and under 3D printer builds, I have just a pile of parts that I use for projects that I just can pull in at any time. So boards and pies, and then Mellow. I don't have a lot for Mellow right now, but let's upload the one I just downloaded. And open. I can upload that. Now I got to go find the Micro 4. So back to this, start fresh. I wanted to have this done before stream, but I was having trouble finding this stuff. Fly Mini? No, it's the Micro. Micro. I'm just gonna search Micro on here. Let's see what this does for me. Not a lot. Oh, and it just reloads how I was. Okay. Oh, Micro 4. There it is. Micro 4. There we go. Okay. So yeah. Thank you. I didn't look deep enough on their wiki. Actually, I got irritated before stream and I knew I needed to get ready, so I didn't find this. All right, 3D model, schematic, awesome. I do wish this was all on GitHub, but here we are. We have it. So I'm going to upload what I just downloaded. Micro step file, cool. Add it to my inventory. So what I'll often do, I am a file hoarder. So I just go through, and whenever a new product drops, Tic Tac build, tentatively planning to use that board. Cool. I love how freaking compact it is. I kind of like that the ports come up and not out like they do on the Pico. I really feel like that limits your options with the Pico because you have to leave a much bigger circle around it. I get it. I hope that was an affiliate link. It was an affiliate link. Yes. So all the links I drop in chat will be affiliate links. I get why the ports on the Pico come out sideways so you can mount a Pi on top of it. I get that, but it means you have to have a much bigger footprint than the Pico really needs to be. Anyway, whenever a new product launches, I immediately scavenge the files, the CAD files, whatever I can get for it, and I plop them into like Fusion. I have a whole directory on my computer too where all this stuff is backed up, but I just go through and boards I've never worked with, products I've never worked with, I just still download them and get them so that I have a directory of stuff that I can pull from. So anytime I want to build a project, I can just be like, all right, I need a Nevermore for this project. Jump in here. Okay, do I want a V6? Do I want a Rat Pack? Like, I can just pull these in and get rolling. So speaking of which, let's pull in the boards. So I'm in Fusion. I've got the base model here. I've got the Doron Velta, and I've got they're calling this the Crane Fly toolhead. So the Crane Fly toolhead is the now official. They've moved away from the mini stealth burner. So now this purpose designed toolhead is for this project. I don't love the way it looks. It's a really kind of boring box. Let me open it in another window. Because I do want to actually work on that too. Who knows if we're actually going to get to anything in this stream, it feels like, but we got an hour and a half left. We're only going live. We're only going till Steve heads off to unbox his Magneto. I've also got to get ready. I'm going to be live on West3D podcast today. Their Meet the Maker podcast. I'm actually heading over to Beaverton and let's get the face cam up. No, that's not what I wanted to do. I'm actually heading over to Beaverton and I will be live there. I got so many things to drop in chat today. It's been too long since the last stream. West3D's YouTube. Live. Share. Okay, I'm going to drop this and pin it in the chat too. This afternoon, now I'll replace it with this pin. Replace the Discord with this pin. Going to be live with them this afternoon having a chat, so need to preserve my voice a little bit. And Steve's going to be raiding from his stream. Cool. Good to hear that. So yeah, Steve's going to be live after me. You got a day of streaming here. I'm streaming, then Steve's going to stream, and then I'm going to be live again with West3D over at their place, which I'm going to be the first person to be on Meet the Maker in West3D's office. Everybody else has had to remote in, and it's the way they usually hand it. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if it doesn't go so well because they're not like equipped to host their podcast in their place, but we're going to be doing it. Alan's getting it set up, so it's going to work. I trust in Alan. He's got a good name. I trust him. Doesn't spell it right, but he's got a good name. Okay. I want to get the Crane Fly toolhead open here. Doron. And Crane Fly. Okay. So here's the Crane Fly toolhead. I'm going to whittle this down real quick. We are going to be going direct drive on mine. Again, as I'm going to print on this machine. I want to print on this machine. I want to have more small machines for this office. Like I really want to build a salad fork next. I really want to do a salad fork. I think but I want to do a salad fork 180. So I'm waiting on a good salad fork 180 kit to come out. I have it on good authority. They're coming soon. So, for an extruder, Mello also sent over the vz-hextrudort Plus. Get into the focal plane there. vz-hextrudort Plus. CNC aluminum, larger gear. RH3D, welcome in. And all around, just a lightweight, compact, pretty decent little extruder assembly. So that's what we're going to be running for extruder on the Doron Velta. And the only thing I'm undecided on at the moment, I have one of these Doron Velta Serial 6. Awesome. The only thing I'm undecided on is what hotend I'm going to be running. First live, my first live. Awesome. Welcome. Stuart, thank you. Thank you for being here. Daniel, welcome in. RH3D's in the house. Biney made it in. Yumona said you have a Velta. Awesome. Which ones do you have available? Okay, yeah, that's where I'm at. So the Doron Crane Fly toolhead has a lot of options for what you can run. Building a Doron as well. Awesome. You're using a Physec kit. Cool. So this does have a lot of options for hot end mounting. Let's get this. It's got a bamboo mount, a dragon ace mount, rapido high flow, and a revo. So what I know I have, I couldn't find them before stream. They're here. Yeah, which ones do I have on hand? Yes, I understand what you're asking. I'm just also imparting this information. What I have a dragon. It's in my V0 right now, but it's coming out of my V0. So I've got a dragon. I've got a revo Voron. No. Okay. Yeah. I've got a dragon. I've got a revo Voron. With the dragon, I could convert the dragon to high flow. I could put on one of the not mellow. Is it mellow who makes that? What, one of the dragon blocks. Yeah, I could put on one of the dragon blocks. Revo, so you can do 0.2 quickly. That is a really good call, Carrie. That is a good call. I really do like Revo. I just don't like the flow of Revo. And I also have, my front runner that I've been thinking was a bamboo Obsidian E3D 0.4. Because lightweight, compact, and compact. It's pretty much the reasons. That said, I also want to put that in my 0.1 that's going to be upgraded to a 0.2. I think I want to put the bamboo in my 0.1 to 0.2 upgrade because I never change nozzle sizes on that machine. A 0.1 or zero series Voron makes sense as a 0.4 millimeter printer to me. I'm quickly prototyping small parts. I don't need a bigger nozzle size on that machine. It's a small machine. It's fast. And the E3D bamboo is light and flows like crazy. Like I run it in my Bamboo X1 at 40 millimeters cubed all day long. You want speed, but I'd say keep in mind if you want speed on the Delta, you want to have high flow. And that's my problem here is I love Revo. I really love Revo. But I think on the Delta, it's going to be flow rate limiting. I think it's going to hold the Doron back if I put it in there. That's what I just don't know. Yeah, so I'm having a hard time with that. I have that dragon, and I could put the volcano heater block on it, and would fit into this crane fly tool head. So I could run the. Let me see if I have it put together here somewhere in my hot ends section. I think I have one here. It's not the NF Crazy. It's the newer version. It's not Triangle Lab. Is it Mellow who makes that? NF Crazy. It's what I'm running in the. Well, I can't find it, but it's what I'm running in the. Can you do a Dragon High Flow with a high flow nozzle? Could. What I have is a Dragon High Flow right now. Let me open up the project. I know where that hot end is. It's in the Trident. It's what I'm running in the Trident. This is probably going to bog down for a second while I open the Trident file. So let's just move to Facecam for a minute while that loads, because the Trident file is big. I know I got mine from Triangle Labs. That's not what I'm thinking of. Let me pull it up on AliExpress real quick. CHP. It's the CHP hot end. That's what it's called. CHP. Just Mellow. Okay. What I'm talking about is Mellow makes this skeletonized volcano block now. Let me pull it up here. Mellow makes this. It's a skeletonized. This is what I have in the Trident build. Let me open it here. There we go. So this is it. It's a skeletonized Let me just scale this up. Skeletonized volcano block that has the lugs, the pins for locating on a dragon, a slice mosquito. What's the flow rate? Unknown at this point. CHP, cheap. Sure. It is a silly, you say that, it's a silly product name when you think about that. But basically, it'll adapt. Alan's triggering my ADHD impulse buying. Well, I will drop an affiliate link in the chat. And I will, for anybody watching this, anybody who's watching the stream in VOD in afterward, it'll be links in the description. I will go back and I'll add all these links into the description. So 3D Medic Vince, welcome in. This is what I have in the Trident. In the Trident, I'm using a Slice Mosquito High Flow, or the Mosquito Magnum. So the high flow heat break with one of these volcano blocks on it. And I'm expecting, fingers crossed, I don't know, I'm hoping we can hit 60. I don't use AliExpress because of EU taxing. That sucks. It is a really good quality heater block. It's excellent. The other thing that I really like about it is it uses, it's a bad picture, but it uses the bamboo style flat heater element, an 80 watt version of the bamboo type heater element, and also a just a regular thermistor, but the ceramic heater, the flat ceramic heater, and the wires come straight up. So for like cable management, and also the wires are really small and nicely flexible. So for cable management and tool heads, it is excellent. Already bought the MCU, couldn't resist. Cool. That is doing exactly what Mello hoped, I assume, by sending it to me. So yeah, the CHP hot end has a handful of varieties, but this is what I would run. $17 comes, I think that's with, $17 with heater element, with thermistor and silicone sock. Aluminum, not copper. There is a copper version. This is the aluminum version. I don't care about copper. I'm not printing engineering materials on this. That I got other machines that I'm going to be worrying about that on. So I just want lighter weight. So, okay, Nathan in here. The thermistor's on the other side of the heater. I like that. I like that design. The heater wire has strain relief bolted to the heater block. Cool. Do you know if this combination would fit on the Dragon High Flow heatsink? Yes, it will. I know it will. And that's where I was headed with this, is basically, I think my options on the Doron Velta come down to picking up another one of these blocks. Sorry, I'm on the wrong side. Get another one of these blocks, put it on my Dragon High Flow that I have now. So I've got the high flow heat break, this volcano length, and so then I should have a hell of a lot of flow out of that. And I shouldn't be flow rate limited. I think this is what I'm going to do on this build. This is one of those where I'm asking you folks what I should do, and I probably decided what I'm already going to do. It's either that or the bamboo high flow, I think, are like the most logical choices, because I won't be flow rate limited on this project then. I love, love, love Revo. I really do. It just doesn't flow enough. They need to come out with a Revo Volcano. If they come out with a Revo Volcano, I will go back to Revo hard. I don't care if it's a little longer. If they just literally take two of the Revo heater elements and stack them on top of each other and put a longer melt zone on the Revo nozzles, I am in. Do that with the CHT type of nozzle, the high flow nozzles, you'll get some serious flow out of those things. I've tried looking at whether or not I could engineer that myself, and it wasn't really working out. Either way, you can use a ceramic heater. Yeah, you're right. I actually did. That would be a lot to ask for that heat break tube. You are right. That is, people already snap off the heat break tubes. You're right. I've never done it, but I've seen it happen plenty of times. So you're not wrong, Steve. I already ordered one of these heater elements. As you say that, you could still, Kyber, you said you could still use the heater element. I specifically ordered one of these heater elements because you're right. That's exactly what I was thinking. I say that I haven't damaged a Revo yet. But I recently realized my Obsidian High Flow in my Bamboo X1 is bent. The heat break is bent. It's not a lot, but it's like a couple degrees that like the nozzle is angled on mine. I've been having a lot of print quality issues on that machine, and I wonder if that's not a part of it. So stinks. I might have to sacrifice the spare one I have and put it in that machine and see if I can't like make a little jig and straighten out the one I have. You know what it is I had a handful of pretty bad failures on my X1. My X1, I'm very tempted to like replace the gantry on my X1 and do like a whole overhaul stream on that machine. I've got 2,000 hours on it, and the print quality has just been degrading lately. This was printed on the Prusa Mark IV. This was printed on the Bamboo. Yeah, this was printed on the Bamboo. Let's focus a little closer. So like, the underside of a chin is because it prints on supports. There's a little bit of iffiness there, but like the layer stacking is just not great. Now this filament really highlights, you know, imperfections, but I don't know. I've been having print quality issues not been thrilled with on the Bamboo lately. That one random under extrusion point on the tail I don't get there, but yeah, I mean, it's not a bad print by any means, but like the layer stacking the legs there looks a little off. Again, this file coming to my Patreon probably later today. Once I get some marketing photos done, it'll be up. Yeah. Okay. Back to actually in the CAD file, as we're almost an hour into the stream. Oh, that's the OBSBot camera. Ay. Okay. Back into CAD. Do I have it? Oh, no. You know what? In the Trident project, I have a project file. I have a Dragon, not the Hive, UHF. I have a Dragon UHF in there in the project file because I originally planned to run the UHF, but I'm not going to now. It is a Prusa toolhead, 5-head tool, 5-head XL. Yes. You must not have been here when I mentioned that earlier. Yep. 5-head XL. I'll be doing an unboxing video on that soon. I'd like to do it today, but I don't think my voice can take filming a video today and then doing the podcast with West 3D later today, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to do that tomorrow, probably. Need to print that model in glow in the dark. That would look cool. I'm really liking this. This is a dark ash. Let's see if this camera picks this up better. OBSBot. Because this is this dark ash filament, I think. Did you get the enclosure for the XL? No, they didn't send the enclosure, unfortunately. Didn't send the enclosure. So this dark ash filament, okay, I can ask you folks. Here's a good one. Does anybody know of a marble or a similar color to this in ASA? Read that Prusa's finally going to have US-based manufacturing. Yes. Printed solids expanding and really ramping up what they're doing like as a branch of Prusa now. So I would like an ASA, either a marble ASA, preferably a marble ASA that's more like this color. This color, I mean. Because I want to print these as big as the XL can print them. I wanted to print it as big as the RatRig 500 could print it, but I don't have the RatRig 500 yet. It is on the way. I don't know when it's going to be here, but it's on the way. And I want to print these as yard ornaments. I want to decorate for Halloween. I want to do like a whole video decorating for Halloween, showing my different Halloween designs, decorating the outside of our house with like big 3D prints. So, I'm probably going to end up printing in PLA for those, unfortunately, both because I don't have the enclosure for the XL right now and because I haven't been able to find an ASA in a color that I like. The dark gray ASA from Polymaker is close, but it's just not quite stone enough for my liking. But yeah, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of like legit yard ornaments as like a decorating Halloween, YouTube video. And printing them on most likely the XL, hoping the Rat Rig 500 shows up before then we can get it built. I don't know, because it's going to have to get built in the garage. It cannot be built in here. It's called cardboard model. You're not wrong. There's also plenty of 3D printable Novafil ABS X marble white. Okay. I'll only pull that up real quick so I don't forget it. Novafil ABS X marble white. Okay. ABS isn't quite as... Mad Cat, welcome. If I'm going to be printing... Yeah, see, like, ABS doesn't have the UV stability characteristics that ASA does. So, excuse me. It's got the temperature handling, but I'm not too worried about the temperature handling of PLA. I'm more worried about it fading or degrading in UV exposure. That's why I would like an ASA. So, do I plan to acetone vapor smooth? I didn't have any intention of that, but that is an excellent idea. I hadn't thought about that. So that does mean that ABS would be a good call. Ooh. Okay, so my intention had been to print it in whatever color I could get that I really liked, and then like practice, Ruby and I can practice, like have an arts and crafts day and like paint highlights and maybe paint some moss onto it or something to make it look more aged and weathered before we put it out. Maybe like I was thinking about using the XL to like paint the eyes on the gargoyle, like print the eyes as like red PETG or something, so I could put like a light up inside of it and get the eyes to glow. Yeah, so, but vapor smoothing at least one or two of them is a pretty solid idea. I've got another design coming. I might as well tell you folks. You're here in chat. I like to give away secrets in stream chats. The next design in this series, I gotta look up what Ruby called these. She had a really good name for this series that we're coming out with of these little desk figures. One of my patrons on Patreon called them table totems. Ooh, Filamentum ASA Extra Fill Anthracite Gray. Maybe, okay, let me look that up real quick. That sounds promising. Anthracite Gray. Ooh. That's got potential. That looks like a really good color. 25 bucks for a kilogram. I like that. I like those words. Okay, thank you. That looks like a good option. God, Ruby had a really good name for them. Yeah, like I said, somebody on my Patreon called them table totems. 750 gram spool. Still not a terrible price. There is the fact that Polymaker provides filament for my projects, so they'll probably win out. Hit with a matte UV resistant clear coat. That was my intention. My intention was we paint it and then top with a UV resistant clear coat. Fabled Creatures. The Fabled Creatures series. Da Vinci, hello. Should I get a Mark III that's local? What should I pay? I wouldn't pay more than $450 for one, personally. Yeah, I wouldn't pay more than $450 for a used Mark IV, depending how used. That's just where I would think I'd want to be, because you're going to want to probably tweak and play with it. Like, I was never a fan of the Mark III. Did I say Mark IV? The Mark III, whatever. I was never a fan of the Mark III, honestly. I really like the Mark IV. So, like, the changes they made there have been excellent. So I think you're really going to probably want He has it at 375, but he has it at 375. That's a pretty good price. Offer him 350. I'd say offer him 350. I think that's a fair price, but my palm, my hand tattoo. I don't know if you're talking about my palm or just whatever. It's a V. Is a V. Focus doesn't look that good. I need a camera with better autofocus. Oh, just a Mark III. Yeah, well, there's the question. Do you want to upgrade it to a Mark IV? Do they offer Mark IV's upgrades for the Mark IV? Yes. It's only $99 for the Mark IV's upgrade. They do offer it. It's not out yet. It'll be shipping in September, but it's coming. $99 for the upgrade. It's not a lot of parts to upgrade. Honestly, the thing I'm looking forward to the most, part cooling would be nice. I haven't found part cooling on the Mark IV to be too lacking, but I can understand that's not the most amazing. The NFC for the Wi-Fi and the new app are what I'm really looking forward to. Oh, the words on my fingers. It says fear, hope, and sinner. And then my hands say don't and have. So it kind of reads as don't fear, have hope. But you could also say don't hope. Fear, have hope. I don't know. Fear, hope, whatever. You can read it a bunch of different ways. I was hoping to make the MMU3. The MMU3 works on the Mark III, I think. I would really look at upgrading to like the Mark 3.5. So I would look, here's what I would say. If you want to do an MMU3, I would probably look at upgrading to like the Mark 3.5. So I would say look at the Mark 3.5 upgrade kit. See how much that costs. And then you can know how much you're willing to spend and use that as a price for the Mark III. Does that make sense? Like if you're willing to spend X amount and the Mark 3.5 upgrade kit costs $300, I don't know what it is. You know what I mean? Like figure that out. Where's Mark 3.5 at? They came out with Mark 3.5 when they came out with the Mark IV. It's just an upgrade kit for the Mark III. $249. That's how much the Mark 3.5 kit is. Dropping it in chat. It gets you the newer buddy board. It gets you the newer touchscreen, color screen, and allows you to work with Prusa Connect with the Wi-Fi connectivity and to be fully ready for the MMU3. Will I upgrade to the 3.5 Revo? Also the MMU3, and it's excellent in my. I upgraded to 3.5 with Revo and the MMU3, and it's excellent in my opinion. Revo with an MMU is a great idea because tip tuning is easier on a Revo nozzle. I thought they discontinued 3.5 kits. No. Not to my knowledge. Oh. There's a 3.5S? It looks like they're coming out with a 3.5S. So they discontinued, I guess maybe they discontinued the 3.5, but they changed it to 3.5S. So it looks like it has maybe better part cooling. Don't know. Okay. Sidetrack. I think I'll probably get it, and if it does well as is, do that. I mean, yeah, that's a great way to go with it. Like, use it, try it, see how you feel about it, and worry about upgrading it later. If you're fine, go with it. I sold my Mark III and bought the Mark IV. It was cheaper than upgrading. Yeah. I don't think upgrading from a Mark III to a Mark IV makes sense. I really don't. The XL I have is the assembled version. The XL is the assembled version. Okay. Back to... Let's actually, now that we're an hour in stream, get into CAD. Okay, so I think we pretty well decided we're going to be running the Dragon CHP hot end. Why is Fusion giving me a spinning wheel? I just closed something. Have to have a 3S to use the upgrade kit. Can't upgrade the Mark III anymore. That's dumb. There's got to be a path to that. Like, it's such a core element of their business. I'm sure if you reach out to support, they could help you figure out what needs to happen to make that happen. Okay. Uh, 4S upgrade is like Prisha's equivalent of Ben 2C and the E3D high flow. You're right, it is. The Mark 4S is basically what I've done to my Bamboo X1. High flow nozzle, better part cooling. You're right. Honestly, to me, I don't really care about either of those too much. What I really care about is the improved Wi-Fi connectivity, like the NFC and all that. That I personally care about more. The Wi-Fi on the Mark IV, it's so dumb. How it's set up, how you connect to it is dumb. And it's so antiquated. So and still no webcam. Yeah. Ethernet where possible here. Yeah. For the studio space, I intend to put as many machines on Ethernet as I can. Okay. So back into CAD here. So we've got the Doron Velta toolhead, the crane fly toolhead, they call it. Let me change the name of this. I'd have to go back into the project to do that. I don't like that this says Doron Velta. The crane fly toolhead. Maybe that won't work while I'm in the project. Don't know. So let's whittle down to what we're actually going to be running on this thing. So we're not going to run the bamboo hot end. We're not going to run the dragon mount. We're going to run... I got to pull it in, figure it out. I think the dragon ace mount will work for this. I should have a dragon ace hot end. 3D printer builds. Hot ends. Triangle lab. Dragon ace, I do. Insert into current design. So here's something I'll show you folks real quick. Those clicky blues. Oh yeah, clicky blues, my keyboard. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. I know. Annoying on streams. Okay, let's whittle down what's in here real quick. So I can actually see stuff. Just hide all these things. And there's the hot end. I can collapse that. And now move this. 90. So here's the dragon ace. Click anywhere on the body and hit V key to hide it. Oh, damn it. Thank you, Steve. You just saved me so much freaking time. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Steve's teaching me stuff. Thank you, Steve. Because, you know, I always have to like click it and then look at what's highlighted in the menu, in the drop down to find it, to hide it. So that is so much easier. Top tip. That is an excellent tip, Steve. Thank you. All right, align. Let's align this component to the hot end mount. Oh, I hate that. Do you know how to quickly rigid group everything, Steve? I don't think there's a hotkey for rigid grouping. If you right click anywhere, the context menu says find in browser. Oh, there's a second one. How to rigid group. How to rigid group everything. Because I pulled this in as a component. So if I tried to move, like when I try to align the heatsink, it wants to just move the heatsink. But I already rigid grouped this manually. So it'll all move as one now. But yeah. Gee. That does not... Oh, I'm aligning to the PEC mounts. Boop. I had the wrong mount. I was going to say, that's sticking way down there. Think you can drag around the components, then do it. Yeah, I mean, it works. Just, I usually just, let me move my face here. What I usually do is just grab it, like highlight everything, right click, rigid group, and then it works fine. It's not hard to do. Just thought if you knew a quicker way. Think you might need to set your own shortcut. Yeah, just doable. Just doable. Yeah, because like right now there's not a bind to it, I don't think. Okay, now let's align the hot end. That's a lot better. Not hanging down there so stupid now. So drag an ace hot end in there for the moment. You can click the parent and it'll rigid everything in the... Oh yeah, okay, there's rigid group there. Okay. I think I've had problems with that in the past, but... Yeah. I feel like I've had problems with that, but I don't know. It's one of those oddities in components and Fusion. Components just are so confusing to me. I'm so bad at creating components. I've been trying to be a lot better when I'm working in subgroups and like keeping things way better organized. And components, when I create a component, like 90% of the time when I create a component, it just breaks every component down into individual components. Like if I modeled this hot end, it would make the heat break one component, the heat sink another component. I'm like, that's not what I want. I want it all in one. Am I designing my own toolhead or just checking the stock one? I'm putting together the stock one in the configuration that I want. And I'm going to be tweaking it because we're going to be running the the vz-hextrudort extruder, and there's not a mount for that yet in here. So I'm going to have to make it. I'm going to be modifying the toolhead. And I also just don't like the way it looks. Like, I don't like this Doron Velta logo in it. It's just way too much. Personal opinion. Stream relief. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of these. Wait, Steve taught me a shortcut. But the individual component, I want to hide. I'm going to hide more of this. PCB mount, let's hide that. Let's hide the lens. See, they came up with this Doron Velta logo, and I like that. I wish they would have just put the Doron Velta logo and got rid of this. Maybe that's one of the things I will do. And I really like the look of the mini stealth burner, and this is I don't love the look of this. So we're gonna tweak on that. I don't know if we're gonna do that right now, but we will be tweaking on that. Okay, now we're down to some of the extruder mounts. See, there's a Sherpa, a Sherpa Micro, Sherpa Mini, Orbiter, and an LGX. I don't know what one's going to be the best. Oh, I didn't realize it prints in this print orientation. Interesting. Shave the badges, yeah. Which, whatever, we might as well do it. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, I want that gone. So that will be happening. Anything I should print? I need ideas. Gargoyle. When I release the file later today, gargoyle. Okay. That's good enough for this second. I'm getting the impression you could carve a lot of some material off this toolhead. There's a lot of excess material. Like from this face to this fan mount is like 7 millimeters. There's quite a bit of extra material in there on that side anyway. This side's still 5 millimeters. There's quite a bit we can do. Like I'm kind of thinking my thought process coming into this was something like create a sketch on this face here, draw a line, offset this, say 6 millimeters. Offset it the other way, 6 millimeters, -3. Something like this, where I'm sorry, I'm just blowing through this, but I'm just kind of like thinking this through a little bit. Something like that, I think, is going to make this look a lot better. How thick is this face? Nope, wrong one. I know I could click through 1 millimeter. I can still lose a little material off that. Doron Velta. Maybe I'll leave it like that. Yeah, like I don't love that, but like, look how much material we just lost off of there, and we're not going to lose anything to this design by doing that. So there's definitely a lot of tweaks. More on Delta. There's a lot of tweaks that could be made to this design yet. I like the base of what they're doing here, but we definitely need to tweak on it. So, just fine. Not upset about that. I didn't realize there's a LED carrier right here. I like that. I like nozzle lights. I like nozzle lights. So, more hexagons. I don't know if I'm gonna put hexagons in this. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, probably. I'll probably put some hexes on the face of this. I have to. I do it on all my designs, don't I? Toolhead designs, anyway. Okay. Why are these... That's fine. I was wondering why they're kind of blank. What is that? Oh, there's a hole in it. It travels through. It's got a little hole there. Does anybody know if the Doron vz-hextrudort kit from the vz-hextrudort Doron kit has pre-crimped wires? I don't think it does. I'm pretty sure there's no harness. If there is a harness, I don't think it's pre-crimped. Looking. I do like that they have the nicer carbon rods. I've got the basic carbon rods currently. Oh, they also have a screen skirt design. I didn't know. Yeah, I think this is still a... I like nozzle lights that aren't tiny sequins. Yeah, those tiny sequins are useless. They are so useless. I put them on the Cookie Cat V0. Such a waste. Where am I looking here? I like that. I might have to go steal their skirts because I'm doing self-source for my Doron. My Doron is self-source. Pretty sure it's pre-crimped. Okay. Aaron, if anybody knows Aaron Gustafsson with Fabrico, he's building one of these right now. So maybe ask him on Twitter. I don't think he's in the chat right now. I know Aaron is building one of the vz-hextrudort kits from Fabrico. So, oh, you know what? I have that here somewhere, don't I? Fabrico Doron Velta. They'll probably say. Electronics fan. Meanwhile, clicky. Doesn't really say. Should be triangles, not hexagons. That's not a bad idea, actually. That is not a bad idea. Okay, back to CAD. I think we're just gonna leave it like that for a while. Let's leave the Voron for a while. I don't know how I feel about this detail. I'm gonna back up from that work. I just did that kind of as like an example of what I want to do with this whole thing. Talked to Billy a couple weeks ago. She was just delighted you had a roll of her filament. I went through a lot of rolls of her filament. I've used a bunch of that stuff. GitHub has some mods for skirts with screens and the R2. I have, this is, the CAD I have here is the R2. The CAD is the R2. Skirts. Yeah. We can pull up the Doron Velta GitHub. Were you saying, does the existing GitHub have the Doron? No. Or the vz-hextrudort one? The vz-hextrudort one should have their files. I know Fabrico is working on fixing some of them. Aaron, well, here's the tree, the branch from Fabrico, where Aaron's been working on cleaning up the files because like they were horribly oriented in vz-hextrudort repository. So, but I want to look at here. I'll download this. I think I just downloaded it twice. We'll check to see if this one has the screen. Oh, I haven't talked color scheme. I haven't talked color scheme. This is kind of what the color scheme is going to be. Kind of. Not exactly. So accent is going to be gold. It's going to be Polymaker Gold ABS. I don't think I have a spool of it here. No, my spool is downstairs. So Polymaker Gold ABS. Armor 3D, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, so it's going to be Polymaker Gold ABS, and it's going to be Cookie CAD Dark Magic ABS for the black. Let me pull it up here. Dark Magic ABS for the black. This like sparkly, color shifty. They have better representations of Dark Magic. Dark Magic PLA. Yeah, this kind of oil slicky. So I'm going to be doing this for the non-accent colors, and then the accent will be gold. So you got Nura, you guys are enabling me to build more printers after I get the garage done. Lights will go up maybe later tonight. Awesome. Am I going to make the printhead more stealth burner like? Yes. My goal is to make it more stealth burner like. So this crane fly tool head, I like that the crane fly tool head is running 4010 blower fans. It's a little more purpose made for this machine. I like that. I don't love the look of it. That's all. I want to lighten it up a little bit and just make it look a little more stealth burner like, mini stealth burner like. It's quite a color shift. Yeah, it's quite a color shift. It really, Dark Magic also really, I don't have the Cookie CAD V0 here. I used it on the Cookie CAD V0, but it has a very, let me face cam here. I think I have them on my Instagram, pictures of the Cookie CAD 0. Yes, I do. So the Dark Magic has this, it really depends what color it's against and next to. It looks a bit too unique. Yeah, that happens. Well, like you can see here the skirt, like down in the skirt here, it's got this like bluish tinge to it, but in the background, it's a little more black. That poor forgotten XL on the floor. I know. So it kind of depends what colors it's against, how it looks. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it's going to work in this build, because the office here, this space is going to be like a deep midnight blue everywhere. So that's where we kind of want this to fit the theme. Oh yeah, the back panel there shows it really well. So, yeah. Excuse me. All right. Back to CAD. I'm going to load up the step file I just downloaded real quick and see if the project files are in there, but I'm looking for extract. I'm just putting this into my 3D models. You know, I'm going to put this into my projects. I have a separate section for 3D models and a separate section for projects that I'm actively working on my computer. I'll share screen again in a second. I just want to get file management done real quick. Doron, wrong folder. 3D projects, printer builds, Doron, step file, cool. I got some tangerine yellow ABS file management. What's that? I don't know. An ever-evolving mess. That's what it is. Every time I create a system, I end up changing the system. So, just dropped one of my gargoyles. I end up changing the system, and it always happens. 158 viewers in here right now. Wow. Thank you, folks, for turning out for the first stream back. Which is just a rambling mess, which is my streams usually. Oxymoron file management. Josh Kane. If you're over on Discord, you can drop a message on Discord. You can't share links on here. It filters too much. Head to Discord. Oh yeah, a bunch of you folks joined in on the Discord. Awesome. Invite people. If anybody's not in the Discord already, I'll drop it in the chat again. File management, what is that? It's what you learn to do with the maker's license on Fusion. I missed you both. It's nice to have you in the background while making. Thank you, Carrie. Thank you for the support. Always appreciated. General banter. FlashForge PLA. Let me look. Okay, that's a pretty color. What do they call that? Nebula purple. That's a cool color. For anybody who's not over on the Discord, I will drop it in chat real quick. I'm waiting on the step file to upload. Didn't know you had a Discord server. Yeah, I haven't really made a big deal about it. I only really announced it on Patreon and to YouTube members so far. This is the first I'm really like making it a little more public. So awesome. Welcome into the server, folks. Yeah, I had enough interest in it, and we've been like having some fun little chats over there and stuff. It's only like 100 people in there, so it's not super active and easy to keep up with so far. So thank you to Nomad in here in the chat. Or actually Nomad, I think might have ducked out, not sure. But anyway, thank you to Nomad for creating the server for me. How feasible would this printer be for direct drive? Totally feasible. This toolhead has direct drive mounting already. So we will be direct driving mine. So boop, direct drive mount. Oh, you can't see my screen. Okay, direct drive mount. So this Cranefly toolhead already has... Discord is cool, a little more organized extension for the stream chat. Yeah. And that's part of why I made it, was so like stream chat could share links, because YouTube automatically filters them, and I want to avoid spam bots and such. So I like leaving that setting enabled in YouTube. So we'll be direct drive with a Sherpa. No, I'm going to be direct driving with a Mellow vz-hextrudort. vz-hextrudort Plus. Pull it out of the package here real quick. Face cam. Bleep. Little CNC doodad. The vz-hextrudort Plus. Bleep. That is the extruder I'm going to be using. I'll have to make a mount for it myself. There isn't one currently, but I had really considered doing one of Nathan NH2's proto extruders. I really like that proto extruder. Light extruder, that must be essential with DD. Yeah, I'm going to want to keep it light. And honestly, for a CNC extruder, this is really light. I had really heavily considered Nathan's, what I'm running on the Cookie CAD machine. Can I close that window? Probably. I'll open it again. I'd really heavily considered putting one of those on this, the Proto Extruder 2. Here, I'll pull it up so you folks can see my screen again. That I have on the Cookie CAD the Cookie CAD build. No, not that screen. Not that one. This one. That extruder. It's really lightweight. vz-hex should use the same mount as LGX Lite. Okay, let's pop it in and check it out. The HGX. Yeah, it uses the HGX gears. Nathan's design here. Have you looked at Galileo 2? It looks like a decent lightweight extruder. It's not light. Galileo 2 is not light. I haven't looked at G2E. Oh, that's a video. I haven't looked at G2E. But error. I know the G2 the G2 SE is fairly light. Is it? I haven't looked at it. I know the G2E on the Stealth Burner is not light. I went from the Clockwork 2 to the Galileo 2 on my Voron 2.4, and I gained like 20 grams or something like that. It was a pretty significant weight gain on the Stealth Burner. I wasn't thrilled with that, but I like the extruder for the most part on that. I want to redo it. Yeah, I know there's a standalone, the G2 SA, I guess it is. I thought it was G2E. Proto X 2.0 is even lighter than the CNC vz-hex. Yeah, I know your extruder, Nathan, would be the lightest option. I just don't think it'll look good on this build. SA is probably lighter by a good bit. Is there anybody know if there's information on it? Just search real quick. Wristwatch G2 extruder. I know I've heard of it. I know I've looked at it in the past, the wristwatch version. Oh, yeah. That is a nice looking design. That's a nice looking design. Yeah, I know the aesthetic doesn't match very well. Yeah, this is meant to be like a cleaner. Honestly, this would match pretty nicely. This wristwatch would match pretty nicely. I honestly don't know that the Plus extruder is going to match the vz-hextrudort is going to match the build particularly well. This is sharp. Dang. I may have to think about that. This would match the build pretty nicely. Let me download this. Let me download this and let's pop it on there real quick. Ella's asking, Nathan, does your Proto X use the work with Bondtech LGX gears? I believe it does. I believe there's a version that works with LGX gears. I use the HGX gears personally on mine, but on the one that I put together. But yeah. All right, I'm gonna file manage once again. Put this into my 3D models for extruders. I have a Galileo one, don't I? Just put it in here. I weighed the Galileo G2SA. It's 157 grams with a 36 millimeter pancake. vz-hextrudort. I forget what the hextrudort weighs. Pretty sure it's without the weight information is without a motor, I think. Which always annoys me. Got a parts kit from West 3D. Oh, I'm going to be at West 3D later today. Uh-oh. My face cam is dying. I just looked up. I just looked up and I could see my my battery light flashing. So let's switch to the OBSBot camera real quick. Not what I wanted. I have an OBSBot angle. There it is. Let me switch to the OBSBot real quick before the other camera dies. Yay. Okay. Honestly, I should just use the OBSBot at my desk. This actually looks really freaking good in this lighting. Cool. Okay. So anyway, it's also a wider angle. I might have to consider replacing the camera at this desk with the OBSBot. Which keyboard is that? This is the Kinesis Gaming split keyboard. Freestyle Edge split. Yeah. This is not an affiliate link, but I'm dropping it in chat anyway. Kinesis Gaming. This has been so good for my wrists. Just this slight split is so nice. I am so glad I went to this. Except for the fact that it doesn't have a numpad. I had to get a separate numpad. Because I use a numpad a lot. Oh, Gene's back. Gene Bean, what are you doing, baby? Kinesis is nice, but damn, they're expensive. I know. Split keyboards in general are just ridiculously priced. But like, my wrists were... I was starting to have some serious forearm issues and serious pain. Since I've gone to this, it has helped so much. Engineer, welcome in. I like that it has an F row. Yeah, it's got a function row, and I also like it has a macro row. I wanted macro row. Andrew Rogers, how's Portland so far? I'm loving it. It's excellent. Yeah, love it. Oh, come on, baby. Come on. You can get up. Gene Mean. Come say hi to everybody again. Andrew Rogers, thank you so much for the super chat. So far, Portland, excellent. Ruby made the right call on us moving here. Definitely not upset about it at all. Seems like it's not hot swap. I don't think it is hot swap. You're right. Yeah, not hot swap key switches. Jose, you're headed out. Thank you for being here. How much longer we got? We got like 25 minutes till Steve's stream. So, I got my extruder downloaded. Let me go. Gene, I gotta work, baby. Projects. All right, I'm gonna drop this extruder in real quick. Let's take a look at the wristwatch on top of here. Y'all are changing up my whole freaking thing. This was meant to be a what I have build, and now it's a, ooh, that's cool build. You all are bad influences. I might be a bad influence on you folks, but you're bad influences on me too. Where's the Galileo here? Wristwatch. Okay. Ooh, that's cool. Story of my life. Did she nip you? No, she doesn't nip. She puts her teeth on you. She like rubs her teeth on you as like a way of marking. We're improving the looks and function. Okay. That's fair. All right, insert into current design. That's not what I wanted to do. Well, we're going to do it anyway. Let's rigid group this real quick and then line it up. I think this uses Sherpa mounting. I'm gonna put it on here anyway. Flip. Yeah, it looks like this uses Sherpa mounting. All right, Steve taught me a trick. That's not working. Steve, your trick's not working. I think it's because it's not a full body, it's a component. The arm here, tension arm with support. Okay, okay. Do Orbiter and Sherpa use the same mounting? No. Orbiter and Sherpa do not use the same mounting. Sherpa screws down, Orbiter screws up. I think? No. Oh, I'm sorry. Not showing you folks Fusion. Sorry. And my face cam is gone now, so let me add in the new face cam. Hey, it's the first stream back. We got stuff to work out for the new setup. Hi. Hi. That's much bigger than I wanted. There we go. They both screw from the top, but hole spacing is different. Okay. So, this... that is a good look on there. It's a better look, I think. I'll open this up so I can change the colors on it quick. Why are you doing this? Just trying to change the appearance. There we go. Okay. Save. Just so it matches. How much does it matter on looks when it's going to zoom like it will? Touché. Thing is, this is going to be a showpiece build. There's an ECAS and a no ECAS version. That makes sense. In part, this is going to be a showpiece build, and it's almost certainly going to be sitting in the background in the corner. You might have missed that earlier. It's going to end up sitting in the corner of my office, back there in the corner, and be on display all the time. So there'll probably be plenty of videos where it's just sitting still and not doing anything. So there's that. I think the ObsBot camera could use a little exposure adjustment here. Turn off auto exposure. That is very bright. Why is that so bright? Sorry, I'm tweaking on things live. All right, brighten that up a little bit. Okay. Gene looks good. You're right. It's all that really matters. You mentioned a 10 keypad. Which one is that? I can't really show it right now. I'll grab it and... It's a wired one, not wireless. I had a wireless one and it was a piece of crap. Let me pull it up quick. Numpad. Ooh, it's on sale right now. Save 10%. Still waking up. Yeah, me too. It's definitely a little early for me. I also didn't get up, didn't go to bed as early as I should have. I just dropped it in chat. Ah, damn it. I moved the camera. See you in the next stream on the Reasonable European Time one. All right, Marcel, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. I'll catch you in the next one. Why did the compensation change? Okay. think I've slept about 12 hours. I really need a good night's sleep. Hopefully tonight I'll get that. Yeah, that number pad that I just dropped in chat, I really like that one. I like blue switches. It has blue switches. I don't think they're any name brand by any means, but and I really like it. So I'm quite happy with it. Oh, 1 second. I have very important information for you folks. Give me the knob spot angle. Keep going to the wrong one. Very important information for you folks. We have a snooze. Flicking tail snooze. So I can't live without an numpad. Don't like having several devices for it. I know, I don't either. I don't like having several devices. I really don't. But I just couldn't find a split keyboard with a numpad that looked like what I wanted. When's the West 3 podcast? It is 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time later today. I think I have it pinned in the chat right now. Yeah, the pinned message is the West 3D stream later today. So, okay, back to the CAD that we haven't really gotten any progress on. So, you folks got me thinking wristwatch might be the way to go with this. 1 a.m. Central Europe, rip. Sorry, Ella. Yeah, I kind of wish they would do it a little earlier in the day, but I guess they probably have to schedule around Steve's stream. Steve's going live in 15 minutes, so split with numpad is very rare due to sheer size and angle it takes. Yeah, I totally understand why. There is one I know of, but I just could never commit to it. Cloud9. Cloud9 makes one. Cloud9 has a 10 key equipped split keyboard, but it's $200 frickin' dollars. Dropping it in chat. The vz-hextrudort GitHub says their kit has pre-crimp wires. Good. Okay, cool. Yeah. The Cloud9 one has 10 key. I couldn't commit to it. That is so not helpful, Bean. She's rubbing her head on my hand right now while I'm trying to use my mouse. So anyway, I really like this Kinesis one. Wasn't cheap, but it's been excellent. You need a huge desk, yeah. My desk is not small, but it filled up very fast. So, okay, back to this. I'm going to have to really think about this extruder assembly because I was just going to run the vz-hextrudort because I have it. They sent it. And I was like, yeah, that'll be a good extruder for it. I have it. That is a good look. Still holds a sleepy cat. It holds a sleepy cat taking up the entire desk. She's not even a big cat. It's very important. It's very important that I share. Gene. Yeah, thank you, baby. Stupid. She knew the end of the stream was coming and it was her time to shine. Gene doesn't want you to work. You're not wrong. I've been working too much. Ruby's been out of town the last couple of days, so I've just been working. Anything Ergo is expensive. Dropped about 1,000 to find them that worked best to get rid of RSI. Priceless. I mean, if it works, it works. Like this Kinesis one was not cheap, and I do not regret it in the least. Installed a bunch of the SCADA boards, and now my desk is a lot easier to keep tidy. That makes sense. I definitely need to consider organization in this office, that's for sure. But, okay. Toolhead time. Back to the toolhead. I'm going to save this real quick. I don't know why no. Oh, well. I already did it. So, let's update this in the project. Get latest version. Love my Keychron. It was $200. Nice layout. Or Alice layout, not split. Yeah. There are a lot of excellent keyboards. I need it split. And I will never go back. I will never go back to For my daily driver keyboard anyway. I'll never go back to a non-split. It's so nice. Looking forward to the West 3D stream. Me too. I'm looking forward to just chatting. As if we haven't been doing that this entire stream. But yeah. Okay. So I think we've decided on hotend in the stream. I've got to order up a CHP block now, but I will do that. Let's get the board in here. The board and the SBC. I don't have those in here yet. Insert into current design. The cutout you added looks like it's made for the printer. It really does. I think it really needs that. I think it needs a steeper angle. I think it needs to angle a little further up there, but I'm going to tweak on that a little bit. We'll play with it. Looks almost like a clearance mod. Yeah. It'll reduce weight too. I mean, it should. There's a few things. Like it could use another angle or two up here on the forehead, I think. If I lose this Doron section, I could do another one of these cutouts right here, I think. Just a small one. I'm going to tweak on it. We'll figure it out. But hello from Tennessee. Welcome, Antonio. So, I got the fly in here. Let's move that. Ridge group. The Cloud9 is not hot swap either. Yeah, and see, this is part of the problem. I need a good keyboard company, like a serious keyboard company, to make a split keyboard. It just hasn't. Can you print all the Doron parts with the 250mm build volume? I believe so. I don't know. I haven't actually loaded them up in Slicer, but I mean, like, let's figure. I think the side piece, one of these side pieces is the biggest component, and it's only. Oh yeah, 146 millimeters. So it looks like a little over the build volume of a V0 could probably build this machine. So like a 160 printer for Ant or a 250 machine, I think, should build this just fine. But I haven't printed any of the parts yet, so I don't know for sure. I guess really this is probably the biggest part. This caddy kind of thing here. 184. The wristwatch does look amazing. Yeah, I think that might be the right call. I don't know. I might need to smooth it out a little bit because like this, the corners of this are all nice and smooth. But are you going black or gold? Or is this the color it came with? I am going gold and color shift black. I mentioned it earlier. I'm going to go with Cookie CAD Dark Magic for the black parts. So it's like a blue, green, purple, oil slicky look. Fillets for days, yeah. I wonder about the print orientation for the side parts. I think they print standing up. We can load up an STL real quick. Let me open Prusa Slicer. That'll dazzle. Yeah, I think it's going to be a beautiful machine. It's meant to be understated. I honestly don't know. I'm not 100% if we're even going to do these accent pieces here in gold. These might be the Dark Magic as well. These side components here might just all be the Dark Magic. And I might leave the color pops to inside the build volume only. Keep the gold. Okay. Ruby is kind of the one driving the aesthetic for the office, so I have to pass it by the wife. We shall see. I know she wanted to understate. She wanted it a little more understated. We'll see. I like the gold there. I do. Such a display piece. It is. It is. Let me open up projects. 3D models. 3D printers. Where's the Doron? I have it under Vorons. Doron. That's the old Doron. Where's the new one? I might be working off the old CAD. I don't, or the old design. I don't think I am. Corner, bottom. I'm just gonna load up both of these quick. No, those are the bottom and top. Where's the corners? Accent. Are they missing? I'm not seeing the corners in the STLs. What's the difference between the original Delta GitHub and the Fabrico one? vz-hextrudort changed a handful of things, like I think minor stuff, just to match whatever parts that they included in the vz-hextrudort kit. And whatever. I can't find those parts right now. vz-hextrudort, I believe, changed a few minor things to match the parts that they're putting together. The Fabrico parts are them fixing what vz-hextrudort did. I don't think they're in the version 1 release. Okay, I don't know where I put the version 2. I don't know where I put the version 2 files. You know what? I think I might have just downloaded the CAD for version 2 because I knew I was going to be working on the CAD. So I might not have the STLs at the moment. Hi, Gene. Ah! Gene, I still have to be able to use my mouse at least a little bit. We've only got 8 minutes left till Steve goes live. So, winding down the home stretch here. Thank you for coming out for the first stream, folks. Gene. She's hitting keys on the keypad now. All right, baby. I love you. I really do. But I think you're going to have to move. I need my hands free. GitHub photos looks like they're printing them standing up. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay. I just moved Jean to her rightful spot atop the... Wrong way. Atop the XL. She can park it on top of the XL while we're wrapping up here. Hands-free, cat, not possible. Yeah. No Bluetooth found. Exactly. She's erroring out. She's like, I was getting love. Why am I over here now? XL kitty. Yeah. Okay. Back into the CAD. So I can position this micro a little bit. I'm just going to use a line just to get it kind of where I want it. I'm slimming down to only one printer. Eventually will only be an XL when I have the spare funds. Honestly, I don't blame you. This whole kind of being forced to, like right now, I've only got 2 printers running. My Bamboo X1 and my Prusa Mark IV. And I kind of like the freedom of, move this back a little bit. I kind of like the freedom of it, of not having multiple printers, like a ton of printers. Kind of want to build a positron. We're going to be building a positron on stream next month, I think. That's one of the upcoming projects. The Doron Velta, a positron. Oh yeah, I wanted to open up the CAD file from vz-hextrudort. Let's take a look at the vz-hextrudort CAD file to close out the stream, I think. Opening it up. Do you have any experience with SolidWorks? Not in a very, very, very long time. He says while building more printers. Carrie, I don't appreciate being called out like that. Honestly, I've been thinking about it. I was thinking about it quite recently. I think I really need to start building machines with the intention of giving them away. Because there's so many machines I want to build, but I don't really want to have, you know? Like, add your V2 back and you're good to go for super reliable printers. You're not wrong. Polite attack. I like it. Well, Carrie's British. So what, do they do anything but what sounds like a backwards compliment? Yeah. Yeah. So like now I've got proto pasta right across the river. Proto pasta's close, right across the river. So like I'm thinking I need to start talking to Joel about like doing oh yeah, they had this CAD file all different. So looking at the CAD file, they got this new SBC mount up in here. It's decent looking. Different board mounting for the board that they come with. Across the river, better. Given to Joel as he has a big space. Yeah. Yeah. But I'm thinking I might need to start talking to Protopasta about like doing a giveaway. Oh, they changed the tool head too. They slimmed down the corners on the tool head. That's totally different. Let's open up mine. See how this corner is so much bigger? So vz-hextrudort slimmed up that. I hate when Fusion does that. The biggest thing that I need right now, I might as well face cam for the last couple of minutes here. We got to head out in a few minutes for Steve's stream. Error. RatRig 500. That's where I was headed. I'm really waiting on the RatRig 500 so I can have a larger machine. I really wanted to print the gargoyles at 500 big. Could do raffle builds to pay for expenses. Raffles are considered lotteries legally. I can't sell raffle tickets. RatRig 500 IDEX versus Prusa XL. Ooh, that's not a bad idea. I'm going to build the RatRig 500 as a single head machine to begin with. And isn't that an illegal lottery? Yes, it is. Raffles are considered illegal lotteries. You need a lottery license to legally sell raffle tickets. What you can do, what I could do, I'm not saying this is what I will do, but just putting it out there. What could be done is whenever I finally have merch, t-shirts or whatever, they do them in the UK. In England, I don't know about England, but I know in the US it's considered a lottery and it's not legal to do as an individual. I can sell t-shirts. What I can do is I could sell, if I come out with merch, I can sell t-shirts and I can give a raffle ticket with a t-shirt. That's how we used to do it when I sold tools. When we ran raffles, it was, you got a raffle for blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm giving you a raffle ticket. You bought this thing. Like, it's such a gray area. We do a lot of crazy things in the UK. Yeah. Anyway, point being, I'd like to hook up with like Protopasta like Joel did when he had so many printers to give away. Maybe we can like kind of work out a thing where we do like a giveaway day, a meet and greet kind of thing. And, we build a couple things on stream and then toward the end of the year or whatever, head over there and give away a bunch of them. Like, honestly, I've really been thinking about giving away the Cookie CAD V0 just because I don't know where it's going to land in the studio. Don't you also have to allow folks to participate without purchase as well? Yeah, it's such a weird thing. The whole no purchase necessary, yeah. That was a really fun day at Protopasta. Yeah, I obviously missed it, but I'd like to think about something like that. Yeah, like I've been considering getting rid of the Cookie CAD V0. It's a beautiful machine, but like I don't know. Could do a competition too. Yeah, there's a lot of ways to go with it. We're gonna have to play this out, play it by ear. Maybe do one at West 3D. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I was considering. I don't know if I'm going to Smurf yet in the UK. I think Steve might be live now, but so anybody wants to head over there, Steve's live. I'm gonna head out in a few, but I want to get to Smurf, really do, and I was really thinking about maybe bringing the Cookie Cat V0 and giving it away at Smurf, like donate it to the Smurf, like the Sanjay Mortimer Foundation, like I did last year with the V0. I considered that, but I don't know if I can get there yet. Honestly, I don't know if I can afford it. Are there any conventions in the PNW? I haven't caught wind of any. No, not currently. I'm extremely selfish by saying that. Will you be going to IRF? Will not be at IRF. I will not be at IRF this year. It's just too close to the move. The move was just way too expensive. You know, we knew it was going to be expensive, but it was even more expensive than we had hoped it would be. And then with getting up the new studio set up, trying to set up the office, like funds are tight this year. So, and also like, it's really like, I haven't been able to take sponsors and stuff. So like income is way down too. That's why I'm saying like, I really want to get to Smurf, but I need to get sponsors to pay for it. Or else I just cannot go. So. There's a serious shortage of 3D printing get-togethers in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah. Sell pics of Gene to recoup costs. Cross-country moves are brutal. Ask me how I know. Yeah, it's been brutal. Just like the whole process. Like it's been... moving's rough, especially with credit rates right now. Everything's... Luckily, you know, we were prepared for the costs. Doesn't make it fun. Gene calendar. Which mic is that? This is a Beacon USB mic. I love this thing. Can't scan your face and sell it, Jake. I have a scan of my face out there available for download on my Thangs page. It's part of why I'm doing more of my designs, the new designs, which are only available on Patreon or Thangs members, like paid stuff. I might put them on Cults. I don't know. You can buy them on Thangs. Also, my wife and I visited Portland in July and fell in love. It's a lovely city. So like later today, check out my Patreon, patreon.com/mandicreally. These designs will be available very soon. The new gargoyle design. So new stuff coming. I've got, I didn't mention earlier. I started to talk about it and I didn't mention it. The next design in this series. I don't get cults. I don't really either. I don't know. I don't either. But if I'm going to put stuff out there for sale, I guess it makes sense. I can sell through Thangs too. Like if you don't want to subscribe, you could buy the model. Error. Okay, so the first one in this line, mic's out of stock. Damn. Sorry to hear that. I love this mic. I think it sounds really good. It matches with my other microphones really well. Does B&H have it? It's expensive. It's not cheap, but it doesn't require an XLR interface. Welcome, Nomad. I'm guessing you're at the airport by now. You're heading to. B&H has it in stock. Let me grab a affiliate link. All right, affiliate link dropped in the chat. B&H has this mic in stock. So yeah, I really like this microphone. Their software is pretty solid. Like all of I'm doing processing on this microphone, but it's all in their software, not in OBS. Works beautifully. I use it for my voiceover in videos. I use it pretty often in videos nowadays. So yeah. Anyway, I'm doing a whole series of these little table desk statues. And they're all going to be about this size and different cryptids. Like we want to do a Sasquatch eventually. The gargoyle is just the first in this series. The next one is Cthulhu. So the next one is going to be Cthulhu. Let me see if I can find a picture of it to share with you folks. I've been using like ChatGPT to create renders to like for inspiration. Halloween. I don't know where I have it right now. No, I don't think I have it saved right now. Oh well. Cthulhu. But anyway, the next one's gonna be Cthulhu. So, and I'm hoping Cthulhu will be support free. The gargoyle is not support free. I like my designs to be support free, but I'm hoping that's going to be one. So there's a game called Once Human. Their monster designs are pretty cool. Oh, I will be at PAX West in a couple of weeks. PAX West I will be at in a few weeks. Let me grab. If you want to pull up Steve here, so I can drop it in the chat. Where did you say the gargoyle file is? The gargoyle file is coming to Patreon and Thangs later today. It's not available just yet, but it will be yet today. So Patreon or Thangs. I want to make it available to you folks as YouTube members. Have to figure that out. Well, that also creates another problem I didn't think about. Because on Patreon, it's the $5 and up tier that the files are available to. Like, just, if I'm selling this for $4, like having a $1 tier on Patreon that people can get this file, like, negates that. You can do it via Discord. Yeah, that's what Steve recommended, Nomad. The problem is the $1 tier for YouTube members. I guess I could maybe create a roles thing where it doesn't. I don't know. Is there a way to create a YouTube member channel in Discord? Yeah, there definitely is. Discord connection shops. Okay. We'll figure it out. Yeah. So Nomad is the one who created the server. We'll figure it out in mod chat and we will get to you folks. So I want these files to be available to YouTube members. You folks are already supporting. I don't want you to have to go to Patreon, or I'd like it if you did, but I don't want you to have to. So we will figure out a way to get those files to YouTube channel members as well. So we will figure it out. Patreon. I might as well, as I'm saying that, and the files are coming very soon, patreon.com/mandigrilly. Drop it in the chat. All right, folks, I think it's time for me to jet. Steve is live right now. I just negated the fact that I had loaded Steve's stream so I could share it with you folks and raid over to him. Steve builds. Copy link. Okay. All right, folks, I'm going to jet 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today, I will be live with the folks of West 3D doing their Meet the Maker podcast. Steve is live right now. I'm dropping his stream in the chat. Thank you for a wildly ADD all over the place stream and for changing my plans about the printer I'm going to build. Appreciate you folks. Seriously, though, I do. Anyway, yes, Steve's live right now. After Steve's stream, I will be at West 3D for the Meet the Maker podcast, and we're going to do this all over again. And we're going to chat and have more of a interactive. They ask questions. I've got some trivia questions. They're going to be doing some giveaways of filament, which I'm pretty sure are open worldwide. So if you folks want to stay up very late in the EU, there's that. But yeah, so all right, folks, I will catch you all later. So see you folks. As I let's do our traditional end of stream thing and zoom in on Gene snoozing on top of the Prusa XL. All right, folks, see ya.